No, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Like last week, basically, I'm just gonna go around, and if anyone has any questions, great. If not, then I'll just figure out something to talk about and just give you some new ideas in terms of what's working well on LinkedIn, what I've personally seen, what's working well for my clients, and yeah, and then we'll just take it from there. So, um, how do I pronounce your name, Krishin? Sorry,
It's Krishna.
Krishna. Okay,
N. Yeah.
Krishna. Okay, you can go first in terms of anything, any
So
questions, any concern,
if you don't
any
mind,
win.
like I have like a whole list of questions.
Please, this is why we're here. Please run me the questions. This is why we're here, bro.
Yeah, like because I am a complete beginner in the game of LinkedIn, and I really, really want to learn. And because like I can pay, but like self learning is another thing, and paying to learn is another thing. Right?
Yeah,
And
exactly. That's why I created this free community to just try and because when I first started out, I didn't really have a lot of money to invest, and so I thought, why not create a free community to try and help people like yourself who don't have a lot of money up front to pay, and yeah, just to get you up and running. Because I know it's difficult at the start. You don't know where to go. Everyone's telling me, "Oh, you got to pay to speak with me. You got to pay and speak." So I get it, bro. You're good.
yeah, so my first question is like the content or the DM. Do you know Matt Lekajev? What his name is? Matt
Sorry,
Lekajev. Matt Lekajev. I guess his name is pronounced. I'm not pronouncing right or not. Matthew Lekajev. He's
Matthew.
also this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I've seen him before. Definitely, yeah, yeah, yeah. I
yeah.
know about
So
him.
like the two people I'm watching mostly is him and you, and he says like do DM, just DM, and there is also this Ty Frankel guy who is also saying like do DM. So what do we prioritize, the DM or the content or both balance?
Yeah, good question. Good question. If I started from zero, I would go more towards DMs. I would do like 60% DMs, 40% content because with content it takes time to learn and grasp and master. But you want to start content as early as possible because the thing about content has like a spiral effect over time. If you keep creating content every single day consistently, like it's gonna pay off. The reason why I'm able to build a community of 200 members straight away and build this is because over time I've created content and it's just like you know it's been able to help me. So definitely focus on creating content, but yeah, 100% be in the DMs having conversations with people because I mean that's where you're going to make money and that's where you're going to book meetings. To be fully transparent, so I would say 60% DMs, 40% content. Um, because the good thing about content too is like when you create content, you can attract people and it's easier for you to generate leads and stuff like that. You can create a post. That post can reach out to, I mean, that post can get like 3,000 impressions. And impressions means basically someone's come across your post, liked, commented, they've seen it. So imagine if your post gets 2,000 impressions, how many hours is it going to take to message 2,000 people? So that's why creating, one piece of content can be seen by thousands of people, but one DM only gets seen by one person. So that's why my whole course wasn't just about outbound. It's literally like content is probably equally as important. I would say so.
Yeah, like there was the this Ty Frankel. He was saying that if you get the 1,000 comments is better than one whole DM conversation. So
A
what
thousand
are your
comments.
thoughts on this? Yeah,
Okay. In terms
around
of comments,
like mostly comments is better than one good conversation. So we can also say like that, not 1,000 comments. My
yeah,
tongue slipped, but yeah,
yeah. So from my experience, so for instance, my brother, let me just share with you my screen now. So my brother, we actually tested it out. He created an account on LinkedIn, and basically he went round commenting on people's posts, and we did quite well. So we blew up the account. He got crazy engagement. We at one point he was getting like hundreds of likes and comments and stuff. He, we stopped doing it, but before, if I go back, let me just go back in time. He was honestly like, who's this guy, this AI guy? He's like commenting and stuff like that, and it was all good at one point. But did it generate us more business? Probably not, to be honest with you. And so I was thinking to myself, okay, if I had to go back in time, I'll probably not tell him to spend his whole day commenting on people's posts. Probably tell him to spend 20, 30 minutes, 10, 20 comments a day on people that you can help, not just random people's posts. And then after that, just forget about it. Just forget about literally comments and just get back to creating content, get back to, engaging with your ideal clients. As you can see here, yeah, we was getting really good engagement. Let me just keep scrolling. It's a while ago. But did it generate us more business? Not really. It helped us with our community at the start. So we managed to get a lot of people in our community when we first launched it ages ago. But it didn't really generate us a lot of business. So I wouldn't really dive too much into commenting. 10, 20 a day. And don't, if you're listening to this, guys, like all these AI comments, like just don't do that, please. Like, honestly, if you're gonna comment, just comment yourself, or just don't do it in the first place. I would say it's just like you don't want to do these AI comments. It doesn't seem real, and I need to comment more. If I'm gonna, like, I wouldn't do AI comments. I'd rather just not comment. So don't fall in that trap of all these AI comments and shit. It just doesn't work. Not authentic.
Yeah. So everyone is saying like comment, 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 and comment. But how to comment good? Like there are many posts in front
Yeah.
of you, and that is like which post I get in my home feed generally have like 30, 50, and 100 of comments. So like how to comment good? How to comment like in a good way, not
Yeah.
confusing and like, hey, good luck, and that's great to hear. Congratulations, and how to comment good.
Yeah, good question. So let me share my screen again. What you want to do is you want to read a post. So for instance, this Carl guy, he talks about most cold calls fall in the first 10 seconds. So you want to read a post, talk about something specifically in the post. Just one specific key point from the post, and then talk about it in the comments. But you want to talk about it and educate the whole audience. You don't just want to like reply back saying, oh, good post. You want to be something like, yes, totally agree, Carl. Lead with value would help prospects to be more interested in working with you, if you run a business, something like that. So you want to educate the whole audience. Take something specific, educate the whole audience. And that's pretty much how to comment. And don't overthink it. And that's it. On to the next one, quick. I know some guys had their hands raised. Is it regarding the topic, guys? Or if it is, great. Jay, is it regarding this specific topic?
Oh no, I was just waiting in line when
Okay.
Christian is when you're done with Christian.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll just wait. And then Puneet, is that, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, is it regarding the topic about commenting?
Nah, it's not regarding the topic. It's anything else.
Sorry, say that again.
It's not regarding the topic.
Okay. We'll be with you shortly. Amazing. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions regarding that? On to the next one.
No.
No? Good.
No.
Anything else?
Yeah, one last question and one big question of mine is like Matt tells like you have to like he have this really good setup of funnel, and he gets a lot of leads and a lot of emails through that. So like when should we set up our funnel? Like when? Should
Yeah.
we set up it now and some later on time, and like when?
Yeah, it's a good question. When you should set up the funnel, I wouldn't focus too much on it now. Get proof of concept first. Book meetings, have a conversation with someone, DM, send them the calendar link, book it. Do that like 10 times. So get proof of concept. Once you've done that, and then you can start creating a funnel. You can start creating in your opt-in page. because you'll get data from speaking to all these people in a sales call, and then you can craft your funnel and your opt-in page based on what they've said and things like that. So don't you don't need to do it at the start. I mean, I didn't do mine for why when I was booking meetings. Basically, I would just have a conversation with them, send them my calendar link. Once they booked in, I'll have a Zapier to send them over like a video explaining what I do, some case studies, and that was it. There was no funnel, fancy funnel, and some things like that. I know definitely down the line it's useful because you can check, how many people are clicking the funnel and all that stuff. But at the start, just simplify the process right now and just book meetings. No, you don't need funnel to book meetings.
In the previous meeting, you also said that send a VSL to them, a little pitch, right?
Mm.
So when is the correct time to like send the VSL?
Yeah, good question. It depends, or test it. So you send the initial message. If they're open to more information, you can send them a VSL then, like a quick video explaining what you do, or you can just write it in text. I've seen what best for me personally is just write it in text, but people have, other people, my clients, they've sent a VSL and it's worked more effectively. So you want to test it, just want to test it. But most importantly, you want to send them a VSL once they book the call. And you want to basically emphasize on the fact that, listen, you need to watch this video, please, so you can actually understand how I might be able to help you. But yeah, make sure they definitely watch a VSL after the call. And then, when you're initially reaching them, just test it. Test what's converting better.
Okay. Yeah.
Great. Anything else?
Yeah, no, not that important right now. I can ask later. Like everyone should have a chance, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay, cool. Nice one, bro. Jay, you're up. How's it going?
Everything's going good, man. Just processing all the information that I'm learning. I did manage to get another hour into your course, so like the puzzle pieces are kind of getting together here. My question is, I posted the link inside the chat, the post with the Miro flow chart that we created last time.
Sure.
Now that I have more like frame of reference to be able to understand it better, can we go over it again? Because now I really, really understand what you're saying. Like it's a bad idea to try and send, a 15-minute video sales letter to cold outbound. That's a bad idea. Like you told me that last time, but now that I got deeper into your course, I'm understanding why it's a bad idea. Because they're like, who's this guy? I'm not gonna, like 15 minutes of uninterrupted time is a huge investment nowadays. Like now it's really clicking. And then the second thing as well is like, which I'm when we go over this again, please. Like my whole thing is like I don't want to talk, like quite frankly, I don't want to talk to tire kickers. Like I don't want to talk to people because I've been in situations where the person books a call, they show up to the call and they have no clue what's going on, and then you have to educate them. Or even if they have some kind of clue what's going on, they can't afford it. Like on my bottom level, the first tier of my service is at least 5,000, and that a month, and that's the bottom tier. So it's like I don't want to talk to tire kickers, and B, I don't want to talk to people that just quite frankly don't have the money.
Yeah. Okay. So your basically your question is, how do you like filter out basically leads that don't have the money?
Right. And then just kind of going over that Miro board a little bit again, please.
Yeah, cool. Let me share screen. This might be good for everyone, essentially. I'll share screen now. Okay, so yeah, this is what I shared last week on the call. This is what I'm personally doing that's working, and some of my clients I work with. So the initial bit, you can automate this, so you can get a VA, you can do it yourself, like just connect with people that you want to help, basically. You can do it yourself, automate it, or whatever. It's yeah, very simple. And then 24 hours later, so don't go ahead and like message them straight away, because like you just want to do the opposite of everyone's doing. As soon as you connect with someone, I'm sure you've seen it before, instantly they're messaging you and stuff, and you can just tell it's automated. So You know, 24 hours later, message them. They might see your content by then. You know, they might see you, come across you, and stuff like that. So play it cool. We're in this for the long game. We don't want to just make money right now. You need to think, okay, you know, let me play the long game here. Message one, text, voice note, video, all work. Test it. Voice notes are working super well for one of my clients. Text is working well. Video works well. Video, I'd probably say, it's probably the least converting one right now for what I've personally seen. In order, I would say voice notes, text, video. Test it. If you're doing voice notes videos, no longer than like 20 seconds, if that. Like, honestly, people don't have time for anyone. So honestly, just get to the point, be friendly, be yourself, add your personality. Everyone's like doing AI automation, all this crap nowadays. Like, actually just be yourself. Do the opposite of everyone's doing, and trust me, you'll have a field day. And you can be direct. Sorry.
So your top preference would definitely be text, right? Is what you're saying?
Yeah. I would say no. Sorry, voice note, text, then video. I put voice note first.
You put voice notes first. Okay, so you would say that you're seeing a better conversion with the voice notes?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So voice notes first. Okay.
Yeah. Then text, then videos, and have a mess around with it. Sorry, after you, Jay.
I think I have to go back and dig through your school, but I think no, actually I have the screenshot in front of me. You put like a schematic for the short VSL. Do you have like a framework for the voice notes, the 20-second voice notes?
Yeah,
inside the school somewhere? Yeah,
it should be in the classroom for sure. Suzette was on the call. If you can potentially look for it, Suzette, that would be great. Yeah, she'll send it over.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Suzette. Okay, cool. So yeah, you could be direct. It's fine. You could be friendly. It's up to you. You know, if you want to be direct, just make sure you have a good offer. Make sure it's not like the reason why I see a lot of business owners don't reply to initial messages, because people are offering these wild guarantees. You know, obviously, like I'm sure you know they're doing well, of course. It had Hermosi's, Charlie Morgan's, and all these guys offering like 20 clients or $5,000 back or stuff like that. That's where people just be like, oh, like another one of these wild guarantees. It just puts people off, to be honest with you. So you can offer a guarantee, but don't offer like wild, crazy guarantees where it's just too good to be true, in my opinion. So cool. Once they've said yes, if they say no, just say no worries, you know, enjoy the rest of your day, week, etc. Just move on. Don't get all like sad about it. It's not the end of the world. So once they reply and they're open to more information, 2 to 3 minute VSL, like quick. Do it on Loom, and then what you can do, have their profile in front of you. So as soon as you send over the Loom, they can see your little face and their LinkedIn profile in front of you. Even though you don't do anything to do with LinkedIn, at least they can see that, okay, this guy's got my profile up, like that's a bit straight. Okay, let me have a click. And then you can go over to your website or your case study, etc. That little hack actually works when I was doing this stuff. Like I mentioned, they'll literally be like, oh, why has he got my profile up? This is quite interesting. Let me have a look. 2 to 3 minutes. We've got the framework in the course in terms of what to say. I don't want to go over it now, just because I need everyone has questions, I'm assuming. And then in terms of what I've seen convert better, text, just because people can like skim read it and it's not a lot of effort. Okay, this is all based on the fact that everyone's lazy nowadays and no one actually just wants to click a video and watch for 2 minutes. So text works well because they can skim read it, as mentioned. Make it very casual and stuff, like include little spelling mistakes. Honestly, like these little things help, because like if you're writing formal, you're writing like you're sending an email or something, or speaking to the Queen, people are going to think, oh, this is automated. Like this is this not this guy? Is it VA? Is it this? Is it that? So be very casual with it. And then the VSL, obviously, that's converting at around 40% what I've seen. So text is probably a little bit more better. So any questions regarding this step? Anyone?
Yeah, with the text base, they basically use that same the same framework. I have it. Let me pull up whether it's a VSL or if it's text based, just use that same framework, right? Which is I have it right here. Oh, actually, it's on my other iPhone.
Suzette can get it. Suzette will get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's the same framework, whether it's VSL or text-based, right?
Same. No, VSL is actually probably a different framework.
Okay.
I'll get that for you. Yeah, the VSL, it's you need to hook them in at the start. You basically need to be like, you know, hey Jay, or thanks for, you know, the message. Thanks for allowing me to send this video. My name is Josh. I do X, Y, and Z. You know, and just go straight into your offer, and then go some case studies, and then ask them if they're open to a conversation. But I've got a framework, an exact framework, which I'll send over to you. And it needs to be. I mean, have you done any of these like VSLs before?
No, I actually just recorded my first one. That's the one that I was telling you about. That's like 15, 17 minutes.
Yeah.
That's like the big boy VSL. But in terms of like no, outside of that, no, I have not.
Yeah. I'll give you some examples of mine. So like I said, this was when I was doing all the VSLs. So I'll just share some examples in the chat. You guys can look at the framework. I'll just put 3 in there now.
I mean, honestly, if you're saying the text base is like 60%, I think I'm just gonna focus on the text base if you see like a higher response with that.
Yeah, no, definitely. It just for me and my niche, but if yours might be different. But yeah, definitely test both, but you can start with text based for sure. Cool. So let's move on. So once they say they're interested, just send them your calendar. I've just sent someone my calendar link and they booked a call. Some people would just be like, okay, can you do this time or this day? You can test both. I've never had issues with just sending my calendar link. The reason why you want to send them your calendar link, so obviously they can answer the questions. But if you just put them in manually, they haven't asked questions. You don't know if they're qualified. You don't know if they're a good fit. So ideally, just send them the link and just be like, okay, when you've got a minute, you know, feel free to book a time, and you know, I guess we'll speak soon. Just say it super casual like that.
Now I get it. So on Calendly, you're putting the questions on the Calendly to kind of
Qualify them a bit before you actually have a phone conversation with them. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah, and I'll give you another hidden, well, not really a hidden source. I'm sure people do it, but yeah, another way to qualify them. So yeah, we put the questions here. So for instance, if I just go on my calendar now, just so you can actually see what I mean. Let me use mine as an example. By the way, I actually need to edit my calendar. Make sure your calendar is only open like 5 days in advance. You don't want to open to like next week, because people are just going to book a call on the 20th and they're just going to forget they actually ever booked a call with you. So make sure you don't do what I'm doing. Yeah, and this is the questions. You know, what do you charge? Current monthly revenue. I just tell her, I said the program costs 4 figures. Are you ready to invest? Yes, I am. No, I'm not. If they're not, then basically I just cancel the call and just give them maybe my free course or join my free community, etc. Making sure they show up, you decision maker, what's your contact number, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. And I can really see if they're qualified or not.
Okay,
Great.
man. Okay, this is crazy. Thanks. Okay, I get it now. Well, let's say that they don't qualify, like with the money wise, like do you send them like a nice little note on LinkedIn, or you just
just be like, you know, hey Jay, you know, I've seen you. Thanks for booking the call. Notice that you don't really have the funds right now. Why don't we do this? I've got some really good, useful resources you can take and check them out. You know, look at them. You potentially, you know, start making money from the resources, or you start picking up and getting clients. Let's have a call then. And that's when you ideally get them into, obviously I'm doing a community, for instance, you can get them onto an email list, make sure you're posting content, etc., just to keep them like in your ecosystem. If you want to go through that route. I've had some times where people said they don't have money, but you know, it's like jump on a call with someone, you convince them, you get them emotionally like bought into your services. And then, you know, people will figure out to make the money. I'm telling you right now, if everyone right now on the call could, you know, I offered a Rolex for something for like £500, I'm sure everyone will find £500 by tomorrow to get it. Like, so it's just that whole, you know, showing your value. And that's the reason, that's why I say, like, if you're just starting out, I would say sometimes take those calls, because it's good to actually understand prospects. You get good data from your prospects and stuff, but it's completely up to you. But that's just my opinion on that.
Okay, yeah, my head is exploding right now. Now I really, really get it. And then let's say you have the Calendly, they fill out the questions, and then you can have it on Calendly where the next page goes to your video sales letter. Like you can have it reroute to the video sales letter. Let's say that video sales letter, you know, after they fill this out, you know, you can make it reroute to the video sales letter domain. What if on that video sales letter it has a type form with more questions? Like, that's probably not a good idea. I should probably do like a separate VSL setup where it just does the video, and then that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, don't overcomplicate it. So it's just they fill out these questions. As soon as they schedule an event, it takes them automatically, or they get, for me, they automatically get an email. They automatically takes them onto a VSL, and then they watch a video, and that's it. Like all the questions, just let them do it before. You don't want to cause too much friction, especially if they don't really know you. Like getting them, you don't want them to do too much. So I realize with this, don't let them, you know, they have to make too much effort to do this and that. You're getting them to go here. It's just like, nah, they're not going to be on it.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So once they've booked, you can do this. I've been doing this. As soon as they book the calls, so you've got their number, make sure you get the number instantly. You call them, like you call them straight away, and be like, you know, they could probably be like, oh, like who's this? Be like, oh, it's Jay. You know, I see you just booked a call. Thank you. You know, looking forward to speaking with you. Like just have a casual conversation. What's your offer? What you're looking for and stuff like that. And then just be like, okay, cool. Really looking forward to speaking with you properly, you know, via Zoom. I've got so many things that I can't wait to show you that you can start implementing straight away to get to, you know, desired outcome. You have a great day and we'll speak soon. So that gets them pumped up and makes them think, okay, this guy's serious. I'm not going to miss this call because this guy's got some value to give me. So yeah, definitely do that because no one does that stuff. So that will help you stand out from everyone else. And yeah, and in terms of like making sure they show up, just keep it simple. So day before, hour before, 10 minutes before on email, and then WhatsApp on their number. So they get like a message saying, you know, your call is scheduled in an hour, your call is scheduled in 10 minutes, etc. And if you do that, your like show up rate will be at least 80-90% for sure. Easy, no problem.
Okay, I just have one more question and I'm done. You see where it says message one, text, voice notes, or video?
Okay.
I spied on your LinkedIn and I was like reading a bunch of your content. And on one of I see like you're basically talking about, you know, getting rejected and it's okay. And the way that you framed the question, it was like, hey, do you want to check this out? It's fine if you don't want to check it out. It's no big deal. So it was like they either say yes or it's not a big deal if you're not interested. So message one, is that how you want us to do our message one? Kind of like something that says, hey, blah, 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 trying to get them to say yes, but then also leave like a way for them to get out.
Yeah, so you want to say I have this thing for you, but there's no pressure if you don't want it, and you basically don't want them to feel pressured into doing anything. Like just be very casual. Look, I've got this free course. It's going to help you sign clients. So that you help people out for free. Do you want it? If not, there's no worries at all. Just for, you know, I would ask because I know you do X, Y, and Z. So
okay, so it's like a lead magnet where it's like a video or a course or a PDF or something.
Well, so it depends what approach you're going. If you're going for like a friendly approach when you're just starting a conversation, you want to give something to someone, then yeah, you can do that. Like what I'm doing right now is giving people my course because like it can for sure help people. And going through that route, I've gone through a route like the direct route. Be like, listen, see your agency owner, just want to reach out if you're open to, you know, to more ways to do an X, Y, and Z. But make sure you have a good offer, like a unique mechanism. So, for instance, I would say to someone, hey Jay, seeing that you're a business coach, I actually place virtual assistances into companies, business coaches, and you only pay once they book you qualified calls. Don't know if you're open to more information question. So that's my like unique mechanism sort of thing, which maybe might separate me from the rest. So if you want to be direct with your messaging, just make sure you got like a unique way to position it. That's what I realized works well. So
Okay, so then they go yes, and then you go into your text-based response. Okay, got it. That's the thing that I don't understand. Like, we're sending them the course. Hey, you want my LinkedIn course? Yes. And then after they say yes, you just kind of go into like another, text-based response, kind of responding to that to get them onto and then after that text-based response, you send them a calendar ebook, like right after,
Yes.
or you wait for them to respond?
Yeah. For me, it's different. I'm playing the long game. So I'm sending them my course, sending them my community. They can join in. I'm not too desperate to book calls like right now. I'm just trying to build this community up. For someone like yourself, it's just like initial message. You can be direct, friendly, send them over something. Or if you're being direct, send them like your pitch message. If they say, okay, I'm interested, send them calendar link. So for you right now, just be direct, say, okay, this is what I do. This is how I can help you. Let me know if you're open to more information. If they say yes, send them the pitch message. If they say they're open to a conversation, send them your calendar link. So I would just do that right now and don't overcomplicate it and all these lead magnets and stuff like that. And that would work, that'll work for sure, as long as you've got a good offer and you're sending enough volume.
Okay, thanks, Josh. I appreciate it. My mind is blown up again, so thanks.
No problem. Rewatch this video if you have to, for sure. Cool. Puneet, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. You're up next.
Hey Josh,
Hey bro, how are you?
doing good, bro. Like, love your content on everything, even the course. I just have like few questions that I just want to drop in. So, in the first video that I went through, I just saw in your video that your target was 85 calls a month. Even that's goal of mine as well, to get to that 85 calls a month where 60 people are showing up and I'm just closing on around 12 of them. That would be a good thing. That's my target at the moment. So if you have to do purely from outbound, which I think you guys are focusing on outbound as well, which is purely, if I'm focusing on purely outbound, I just want to know like how many people, because based on like my goals and the breakdowns that I had, like there was like a huge number of outbound outreach that I need to do to hit that 85 calls. So like how many accounts are you guys using to reach that goal? And how many people, if you have broken down the numbers, like how many people according to you we need to connect to reach that mark?
Yeah, good question. So right now, probably got myself probably 5 accounts right now, and they're doing anything from 80 to 100 messages per day. And those are not, I know people get the misconception, it's not all new messages. Like follow-up messages are as important as initial messages. So that can be like 100, like it could be like 20 comments on someone's post, or 40 follow-ups, or 30 new messages. So basically 80 to 100 touch points where someone is just getting message, someone's getting commented on, etc. So I do that on 5 accounts right now. These are
And how many people are getting connected per day?
Yeah, so our connection rate is pretty high. So what we do the first like 2-3 days of the week, we'll just like connect, and then like towards the end of the week, we'll just start like sending messages when they accept the connection. I think my connection acceptance is pretty high. I think it's about 80%, 85%. So yeah, in order to get a good like acceptance rate, shall I say, make sure you got a good profile, make sure you're active, make sure you look like decent, normal. You ain't got like a weird profile picture, because I know some people just have some wild pictures.
Yeah.
Make sure you claim what you do. And yeah, over time that would be good. I'm not too sure.
So on one account, like how many new people are you guys messaging? Like let's assume like can I just get the numbers so that I just know like if that is possible with the 5 accounts? Because right now with my current status, what I have, I got like 1 VA. I think 1-2 VAs would be good enough, like for the reaching out from 5 accounts. And I just want to know like if I can get like a number stuff like on how many connections should I be sending a day, and how many new people that I need to be chatting, and like based on that, that would be a great help.
Yeah, I would say in terms of messages, 40 to 60 a day per account. You can message people on Sales Nav. You can message people in events. You can message people in group chat. You can connect with people normally. You can message people on comments. Like honestly, you can message people anywhere. About 40 to 60 per account. And then in terms of what was your next question? Sorry.
So 40 to 60 messages, like we are interacting. In terms of connection request, that was my first question.
In terms of connection requests, so it just really depends what you want to do. So my VA would just max out LinkedIn give you 200. She'll probably connect with 160 and then leave me personally to connect with like 40 people because I don't just get a VA. I mean, I'm managing my account myself. Sometimes I might have a scroll. I want to connect with someone. So she'll give me around 40 people to connect with so I can do it myself. But yeah, 160, we do it in the first few days. And then by like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we have people to message. And yeah.
And you have SalesNav in all the 5 accounts, or is it just one account? Because I just saw one of your YouTube videos as well, where what you did was you mentioned you scrape up the data, like you scrape up from the SalesNav, and then you have it on the spreadsheet. Then you like do it like open and closed onto this thing. So I just wanted to know, like, if we are proceeding with that method, like, do you think I need to have like a SalesNav on all the accounts, or is it like having just SalesNav on one account and doing that method would work? Like, what's your opinion on it?
Yeah, my opinion is default sales nav on all accounts, because you can filter out real good leads on there. So I would definitely get it on all accounts. I've got someone that can get sales now for a lot cheaper. I'll be more than happy to share it with you guys all. Literally charges like $30 a month, and sales nav is normally $100. So
perfect.
You guys can just shoot me a message in the DMs, and
Sure.
I'll be more than happy to help with that. But yeah, sales nav is like, you need to get it. I can't lie.
SalesNav on all the accounts.
Yeah, on all the accounts, yeah.
And
for sure.
and other than the scraping stuff, like, does SalesNav increase the amount of like connections that we can send? Like, does that help in that?
Yeah, good question. It doesn't increase the connections, but you can send more messages. You can send more messages. I think it give us 150 credits, and then
through email.
emails, yeah. And if you come across like free open profiles, you can just message them for free without using a credit.
Got it.
Awesome.
And right now, like, as I have like 1 VA, this is my last question. As I have like 1 VA, what's your VA's like day-to-day activity? Like, what do they focus on daily basis?
Yeah, good question. Just focus on basically outreach. I give them roughly what to say, and they're just having conversations with people, starting conversations, following up with people. They're literally just outbound setters. They just spend all day, every day. They tell me when they start work. They tell me when they're finishing. They give me reports on what's done, what's like worked well today, what needs improving, how many messages sent, positive replies, call offers, call booked.
Have any KPI like for them that they need to hit on daily basis?
Yeah, exactly. Having a KPI. Having a goal, at the start of the week, what are we aiming to hit? 20 meetings for this week, 10 meetings, and yeah.
Perfect. Right now, your 1 VA, how many meetings is he booking? The best one. Just want the metrics on, like, because then I can set it with my VA, the VA that I have one.
I would say about 40.
In a week?
No, in a month.
In a month, okay.
Yeah, that ain't the 10 a week. Say 10 a week. 8 to 10 a week.
8 to 10 a week. Got it.
Yeah, but I feel I've been generating a lot of leads through content. That's why I'm saying, guys, get on content like quick, because you just get on it ASAP, because eventually it's just gonna help you a lot. And you might not see the benefits now when you're getting like 1 or 2 likes, but like 3, 4, 5, 6 months down the line, you know, you'd have been happy to start at ASAP. So yeah.
And all the 5 accounts you're creating content.
Yeah. All the 5 accounts, I'm teaching my VAs how to create content, how to build their own brands too. Like,
Okay.
it's difficult sometimes, but I'm sort of teaching them how to create content, or sometimes they just repost my posts, which helps too.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Josh. That really helped out.
No worries, bro. No worries. Who do we have next? Sorry, guys. Let me just go to people I haven't spoken to, and then you guys can speak after I've spoken to them. Ignotas, I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. Honestly, I'm so bad. Do you have any questions, please? Ignotas? Okay. Okay, great. Yeah. How are you? Good to see you. You're on mute, by the way. Do you have any questions? Wait, okay, cool. We can go to someone else while he plugs in his mic. Lee, how are you, bro?
Yo, the king of LinkedIn. How's it going, my man?
How's it going, my bro? Yeah, good. No, I'm not a king, man. Not a king, not yet. Anyways, you know, far from that, but you know, it's going good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad. I just have like 2 questions. Because I missed the other call, but so the first question I have, obviously, it's the tracker that you have. So the one when you log people that basically you connect with, and then you track it, and then you move them on to in case they engage. The one thing that I'm teaching my ops manager how to use it is the actual acceptance tracker. So people, you send a connection request, and then what happens if they don't accept it? Is there a way you track it that way, or is it just you log it when they accept, or how does that work?
Yeah, good question. So we're actually in the works of creating a tracking sheet when they actually accept it or they don't accept it. We don't track if they don't accept it, but we actually, like I mentioned, we're in the works of doing setting up a tracking sheet once they accept it.
Gotcha.
But the main metrics we're just tracking is honestly it's how many people reach out to, how many people reply positively, how many book calls. Those are the 3 main metrics we honestly track.
Gotcha. Okay, no, that's cool. The reason why I asked that is because obviously we have that sheet that we use, which is good. So the other thing I was going to ask as well is, so because I've literally been binge watching, like I said to you, I've been watching the whole content, man. Like, I'm super surprised that this stuff is free. Like, it's super nuts to see that. So I applaud you for that, man. Going through all of it, I'm working on like the messaging to send to them as well. Because obviously before we were doing text-based, but now we're doing voice notes, which is a big transition for us. So working on that now. But when it terms of this, it's a very small thing to ask. But when it comes to sending outreach, do you do it on the weekends as well, or do you do strictly like Monday to Friday?
Yeah, this whole misconception of weekends don't like people are more active on the weekends. Like, to be honest with you, I see so many more meetings being booked over the weekends because normal working week people don't really, they are on LinkedIn, but they're not on like weekends. People just on their phone scrolling. They might get a notification on LinkedIn. So we do send messages over the weekends. On Sundays we do send the messages. I've never had someone be like, "Oh, why are you sending me a message? Why are you sending me a message on Sunday?" Like, so, I've never really had problems with sending messages over the weekends. And people if majority of people probably don't go on LinkedIn on Sunday, but they'll just reply on Monday.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So sorry, just last one that's on my list I have is so right now, obviously, being the king of LinkedIn and everything. Do you ever post on like Twitter or anything like that, or do you just stick to one platform and that's it?
To be honest, bro, nah, not touch Twitter. I don't even remember the last time I logged into my Twitter. For me, it's just LinkedIn and YouTube. I do know a lot of the quote unquote like the gurus on LinkedIn. They do get a lot of their ideas and their formatting and the way they post through Twitter. So it might be something I might look into. But yeah, just all in on LinkedIn and doing all my long form stuff on YouTube right now.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it, man. I really hope everything goes well. But yeah, man, I really love the content, love everything you're doing, man. But yeah, keep it up, man.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, so let's go back to Egnostas. Like I said, I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong.
Ignatus, yeah. It's alright. I know everyone mispronounced the name.
Sorry. Where are you from?
Lithuania.
Awesome. Good to meet you. I've seen you on LinkedIn a few times, comment on my post stuff. I appreciate the support.
Yeah, you also messaged me once.
Yeah, probably I did, yeah.
Yeah, I have a actual question. How often do you follow up the prospect? Like, also, do you follow up even if they don't respond? And how many times?
Yeah, good question. So we're a little bit extreme here, just because it's not extreme, honestly. Like the money's in the follow-ups. Like I was even watching something about Patrick Bet-David he had an interview with someone. He was saying like the amount of times he's closed more deals because he's followed up with people. So there's three parts of it. The initial message, when you first reach out to someone, we follow up 3 times every 2 days. After the third time, we just leave it. If they like reply to us and they're open to more information, we send them the pitch message. If they don't reply, we literally follow up with them 8 times. And then if they're interested in booking a call, we do another 8 times, 8 follow-ups. So yeah, and the reason why we do that, because I mean, we've seen data, people literally reply after like the 6th follow-up and say, oh, sorry, I've been busy. Yeah, let's have a call. And everyone like stops following up, after the 2nd one, after the 3rd one. So, the real money's made 6, 7, 8 from what I've seen.
I see. 8 times maximum.
Yeah, I know it seems a bit wild and stuff. I'm only telling you what I've seen. Especially, I mean, just have that mindset. Like, I mean, if you genuinely feel like you can help someone, if you had the cure for cancer and the guy was ignoring you, you'll follow up with him every single day to help him. So if you genuinely feel you can help someone, let them know.
All right. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do that because especially when you're starting out, like you almost never try to follow up because you kind of have that mindset where I guess you're scared to follow up, like
you're scared.
rejection.
Yeah, exactly. You're scared to feel, is it too pushy? Am I acting too desperate and stuff? But no, honestly, like, what's the worst thing they're gonna say? Like, no, I'm not interested. Okay, great, no problem.
Yeah, it's that I don't give a fuck mindset. You need to.
Honestly, yeah, that's the reality. It's literally, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I appreciate the answer.
No problem. No problem. Any other questions? No questions?
From me or?
Yeah. Any other questions from you?
Yeah, no.
Okay, cool.
Good.
Amazing. NPP. I'm sure that's not your name, but that's your name on Google Meet. How's it going? You there? Okay, let's just go while we're waiting for him. Let's go back to Jay. I know you had a question. We've got about 6 minutes left.
Yeah, the LinkedIn verification thing. Like I was gonna do it, but then I saw that it's the same company that's in charge of when we go to the airport. I forgot what it's called, like Clear or something like that. And I think they're like the Illuminati, so I didn't verify. But I did see somewhere that said that verifying on LinkedIn is actually a good idea because it makes your account more bulletproof and increases reach.
Yeah.
So I should join the Illuminati then.
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't join Illuminati. But you should just verify your account and like ignore all that stuff. Just verify your account and you'll be good. And you'll still be pure, don't worry.
Okay, thanks. Do you notice a difference with verification? Like what is it supposed to be doing?
Verifying your account just so like it doesn't end up getting restricted. Like you mentioned, it's more bulletproof. Yeah, just make it safe. Essentially, make it more safe. You don't know who can potentially like. We live in an evil world, and people are very sad and bored. So just make sure you get that protected.
Thank you.
All right, man. Yeah. Christian. Sorry, I pronounced your name wrong again. Probably. What's up? Talk to me.
No worries. Right. There is a lot of value I'm getting from the call, man. So yeah,
No problem. That's why we're here.
yeah. So one question I have, like along the call, I gained two questions more. The first is like a really like a big wall, and that is like where did you got your VAs from? And that Puneet said like he also have a VA when I got onto Fiverr. Like everyone is doing lead generation and copy and pasting things and posting content, and like so we don't want that. Like yeah,
Okay.
basically we want for outreach. So where did you got your VAs from?
Yeah, good question. So if you go in the community on school, so I got my VAs, majority of my VAs from PH Jobs. It's called PH Jobs. It's a website in the Philippines. To be honest, Suzette on the call, she's my personal assistant / like a VA. I found Suzette on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, PH Jobs. PH Jobs, you have to pay for it though. So they actually come really like trained and qualified, and they're proper good, honestly. If you go to the course, if you go to how to hire commission VA, and I explain it quite in detail here, how to find them, where to find them, what to say, etc. So hiring platforms here. So these are the hiring platforms: online jobs, Facebook groups, Instagram stories, LinkedIn, Upwork. We found success on Upwork too. Yeah.
Okay, so you also explained the Facebook group part in that module.
Yeah, so many. I found some really good VAs in Facebook. So many virtual assistant groups, hundreds of thousands of VAs. You can find really good ones for like a good price, especially when you're just starting out, so you're not breaking the bank.
Appreciate it. So like you had a post on school, like when you said like drop your post and I will give a review on it. You also gave a review on my post as well, right?
Sorry, say that again.
Yeah, so you posted a post on school, your community, that drop your post and I will review it, right? And
Yeah.
you reviewed mine as well.
Yeah,
So in that Loom, you said that use better visual. So I wanna like, can you give some tips on how to better like provide better visual, put better visuals in our post?
yeah. So good. Ideally, if you have a good quality camera, good quality camera, make sure you're in a nice settings where it's clear, it's vibrant, it looks good. Make sure you're smiling, looking happy, looking like, okay, this guy's, just looks like a nice guy smiling. It's amazing what a smile does to, to people, honestly. What else is there? Your lifestyle. So for instance, what are you known as? Like, are you known apart from work? Do you like working out? Do you like traveling? Do you like eating? Do you like reading books? Do you like go to museum? Like, what can be your brand? Like, you need to be known as something. So for instance, for me, I'm trying to build a brand where I'm known for LinkedIn. I like to go to the gym, I like to go to the spa, to be honest with you. I like to travel. So I want people to know me as that guy too. As I mentioned in my post today, that my shoes literally got stolen in the gym. And so people know, okay, this guy's always talking about the gym, LinkedIn and traveling and stuff. So being known as something. You see Alex Emoji, he's always got that thing around his nose. He's always talking about like desserts. He always has desserts. So people know that's his brand. People know him like for that. So, be known for that, that person, that, things like that. So I hope I explained that all right.
Yeah, got it.
Great. Amazing. I can't lie, I got to shoot off. It's 8 o'clock. I got another call. NPP, you said my question is about not being able to connect with people because of network. You're gonna have to explain that a little bit more in detail. If you write that in the school community, like explain it properly, and then I can review it for sure. and just let me know what you mean. Even if you send me a video explaining, that'll be great. Amazing, cool. All right, guys, keep winning. You know, we've got another call this time next week. I want you guys to come in with some wins
Hey,
stuff.
a little quick. Can you just answer last question? Just a real quick.
Okay, quick. You got 30 seconds.
Okay, so yeah, I was watching Matt's video, and he was explaining that his co-founder, his profile is not very optimized. He got no photo and not everything, and he said that by only DMing he booked many calls and scaled to 50 or 60K. So is it important to have a really good like profile and or just don't have any profile and just DM people right there? What is your take on that?
Yeah, at the end of the day, if you message, I can have a rubbish profile. I can have nothing on there. But if I'm DMing people with a good message, with a good offer proposition, then you're going to book calls. Yeah, of course. So like I can see how that happened. But you want the full package. You want good profile. You want good content. You want everything. You know, you want to be greedy. You know, have everything. You know, be good at everything. So, yeah.
Thank you, man. Okay, my
No worries.
question is end. Thank you.
Good. Make sure you go ahead and implement and yeah, drop any wins, chuck it in the chat, guys. And yeah, have an amazing rest of the week. Keep winning and speak to you soon.
Thank you. Bye, man. Bye.
Take care. Thank you, Suzette. Take care. Bye. Ciao.